So I just welded the cap in here. Got this sanded off and flush. Got my dent out. Thank God I got that dent out. Didn't have to toss it. Got this one on, stuck on here. Now I'm going to take this molding back off and weld those caps on with it off the car. Okay, that's we're done. Give you a close up. Still have to finish welding the back side there yet. I'll do that when I pull it out, pull the hood off. I'll finish that all off. So that hood molding turned out, or that filler there turned out pretty good, I think. So anyway, go on to the next step. So I fit the molding on the hood and then I marked the ends and I cut them. As you can see, they're on a little bit of an angle. So now I'm going to mark them and cap the ends. Weld caps on the ends. Cut it to 10 snips, it curls it up a little bit. Put it on there, smack the hammer. So I'll tack that on there and then I'll finish sanding it down to the edge. It'll work pretty good. I grind the one end while it's still attached. Can't hold on to it, it's so small. Got a wood bench. So I put this little piece of sheet metal when I weld. And I pull it off when I'm sanding, that way I don't scratch my part up. So I use magnets a lot to just temporarily hold something in place. Get it in the right position. Once I tack it, then I'll go pull the magnet out. So then I can grind that to fit and then finish welding it. go. It's ready to weld. Tapped it back. Such a small piece there. So I welded the end caps on, and I'm gonna grind those off now and sand it. Okay, so I've got the end all sanded off, 80 grit, and then 120, and then I just used the finishing pad. So now I'm gonna, hopefully, I've got that dent that I put in it out, and I used my block sander again. I ran it across there 80 grit. And I think it's gone. So now I'm going to take the DA sander again. I'm going to take 180 and run over that with 180. Then I'll use 320, 600, and 1500, and then I'll polish it. We'll see what it looks like when I'm done. $600. Okay, so I finished with 600. Now I'm going to use 1500 grit wet paper to finish it. I'm going to do that on a block, just a flexible block. And I like to use glass cleaner to If you ask me why, it just seems like it works. It works better than just water. And yeah, I could use like WD-40 or some sort of a lubricant oil, I guess. Some guys do that. But I don't want to contaminate my blocks with oil because I use them for other things, and you know, I don't want oil in my paint and so forth. So this really seems to work pretty good on this metal. So all I'm doing is trying to get my 600 marks out, smooth it out. And with 1500, you almost get you'll get a shine off of this. It's almost polished when you're done. But I'll run it through. I'll bring my buffer over and show you how I do that next. Getting it polished up like this is going to show any defects that are in the metal, the welds and so forth. If there's anything that needs to be fixed that the chrome guy can't take care of. He could take care of about anything, I'm sure, but he may have to weld it, and I might as well weld it and have it ready for him. So you can see it's starting to shine. It's looking pretty good. I'm not going to get all the sand scratches out. I'm going to get there'll be real fine ones in there yet, and the chrome guy can take care of the rest of it. So, but it's going to look pretty good when I'm done here. Looks pretty good. So far, let's see how that dent looks. This is going to be this will make it show up if it's going to show up. I really enjoy doing this kind of stuff, polishing everything up. I do that with my stainless steel before I put it on the car. I get it all polished up really nice. It's just a finishing touch on the car. So see, it's starting to shine, and there's no sign of that dent, which is a good thing. So it looks like we got the dent out. And that saved me from redoing it, making a whole new piece. So that's kind of a lesson there, isn't it? We can learn. Sometimes you just have to stop. Make a mistake on a part. In this case, I dented it from the inside out. And I had to get in there with a pry bar and hammer and take my time and get rid of that dent. I could have got mad and just threw the piece, but that wouldn't have done any good, would it? Not to say I've never thrown a piece before. Don't get me wrong. Sometimes I get upset too, but the older I get, the more tolerance I have for things, I think. Look how shiny that is. That's just 1500 grit paper. I'm gonna bring my buffer over here so I can buff it in good light and show you. So I'm gonna go get that and I'll be right back.